What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. It's a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. We got quite a bit of drama related to the Nazca Mummies case. Stuff like this, when it happens, is the reason I say that the case hasn't been solved because of stuff like this. There's a lot of ego wars. There's a lot of pointing fingers, and I still really don't know whether what I'm about to tell you is 100% accurate, but this is one account from Mr. Thierry Jamin, who is leading the Inkarri Institute. And when we talked on my show, he was very clear that he doesn't like a lot of the stuff Jaime Maussan and Mr. Jois Mantilla are doing. And I'm just here to report this is something that comes straight from Thierry Jamin. I'm going to read it to you and then I'm going to give you some context of what's happening. Cusco, November 25, 2024. Press communications. Following recent developments in the case of the non-human Nazca Mummies, the Institute Inkarri Cusco team would like to express its utmost concern regarding the hybrid type specimen recently recovered, quote unquote, by Mexican journalist Jaime Maussan. In a recent video broadcast in early November 2024 on the TikTok platform, Jaime Maussan, in the presence of Lima-based Peruvian journalist Jois Mantilla, claims to hold 7 non-human hybrid type mummies. The same ufologist journalist claims to want to transfer these relics to the USA for study and analysis. As such, the Institute Inkarri wishes to express its total disagreement and opposition to the project of Mr. Maussan, Misters Maussan and Mantilla. These mummies belong to Peru's cultural heritage and must remain in Peru. We remind you that the possession of cultural material is formally forbidden in its country, unless expressly authorized by the official authorities, central government of Ministry of Culture, which does not appear to be the case. In this case, Mr. Maussan and Mantilla are committing an offense. By July 2019, the Inkarri Institute team had managed to return the Maria, Wawita, Albert, and Victoria mummies to the hands of the San Luis Gonzaga National University of Ica. To prevent these priceless relics from falling into the hands of private collectors, we are also concerned to discover in our social networks several photos and videos in which supposed scientists examine these mummies and take samples in laboratories or photographic studios, seriously managing these desiccated bodies. We regret to note that some people seem to confuse the scientific approach with the media show. These clandestine manipulations damage not only the credibility of the case, but also the proper preservation of the bodies and their future study. We therefore solemnly request Mr. Maussan and Mantilla to hand over these mummies to a Peruvian public institution, a university, a museum, or the Ministry of Culture as soon as possible. Following that, we call on the Peruvian authorities to take urgent legal action to put an end to this trafficking. We deplore the fact that some people are going beyond their duties as journalists or Congress participants and are becoming accomplices to such illegal, reprehensible acts. The Institute Inkarri, which has always been at the service of Peru's cultural heritage, will not allow this to happen. Yours sincerely, from the heart of the Andes, the Institute Inkarri Cusco team. Yeah. The photos that are mentioned here, I will keep showing as I let you know. But Thierry posted 2 of the pictures. Now, one of the pictures that I posted recently, where Fernando, the mummy, shows his reproductive organs. And yes, one of the fingers' toes is severed. That's true. I was not aware of this agreement, but I do gotta say though, I have asked the other side that is being accused of this, and I'm not gonna say who, but somebody told me that what Thierry is saying is not true. That he wanted the same level of protagonism, and he wasn't given it. And someone is even saying that he made some demands that were not met, and that's why he's angry. And I gotta say, guys, that Thierry has been always transparent to me. So, and I have interviewed people from the other side that are being accused right now of this. Although I have my problems with some people who work there, because I do, I generally tend to incline myself towards they're doing a service for humanity, because if it wasn't for Jaime, the case wouldn't even be as known as it is right now. But the reality is that there has been a level of neglect towards Thierry. He's felt ignored. Inkarri Institute has felt ignored, even though they were one of the first places that had the mummies, and then they made the transfer to Ica. So what Thierry is doing right now is extremely serious, because he's accusing Mr. Maussan and Mr. Mantilla of basically being private collectors, because he claims that they have 7 bodies that are not currently in an official institution. So what's that about? I would like to know. If you're just denying these accusations, we need proof that Mr. Thierry is not saying the truth. We need proof of that. So I guess the ball is in your court, but it is a really serious issue. And this is something that, just full transparency, since I started investigating this case, the transfer and possession of these artifacts, as Thierry named them, is completely illegal. And this is something that I've heard as a rumor that's happened. I have tried to get some clarity on how the small bodies that went from Peru to Mexico, how was that process? Where is the paperwork? And I keep telling my audience and people who listen, if you know that these bodies, the smaller ones, were taken legally from Peru to Mexico, we want to see the paperwork, because what Thierry just did right now is affecting the case even more in this instance, because if this is being done under the table like this, it's not a good look for the entire case. And I'm sure that people from Maussan's team would want to do things right. So I don't know. I don't know what needs to be done. I guess you guys need to do a public statement or something and tell us if why is Thierry doing this? Why is Thierry talking about this so specifically? 7 bodies, man. That's a lot. Even if it's one, it's a lot, because it's not being accounted for, according to Thierry. So what gives? Let me know what you think about this in the comments from Thierry Jamin. I'm going to leave a link in the description of his statement in English and Spanish, so you can see it for yourselves. And where is this going? That's my question. Why is it happening right now? Why is it that Thierry feels like he's being left behind, him and Inkarri Institute? Why is that? Is there something that we can do to fix this, which is a clearly broken relationship now? Let me know in the comments, because I think Thierry's contributions have been massive to the case. The man does deserve the credit for this. And if he doesn't feel like he's getting it, you guys are doing something wrong, guys, because I don't think Thierry's a bad man. I don't think he has ill intentions. every single time that I've asked him about asking for donations or stuff like that, he's always told me, he's always been very upfront. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. And I agree. If you're going to tackle this case, you got to approach it without thinking about like making some kind of a profit. If you're going to tell a story about it, you got to tell it like it is, as it's happened, not as one side wants or the other side wants. That's not how this goes. So any story that is going to be told about these mummies needs to always go down a straight line and tell everything that's happened so far, detail by detail. Even if someone gets slandered, or because that's the way this case has been. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. Where is this going? If you like the content you see, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon and share it in every platform. YouTube loves that. If you want to support the channel in any other way, I'm going to ask you to please choose a link from the ones I left in the description so you can take your pick. Every single help is always appreciated. So thank you. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.